kids, it's Miss Pinizzato. I'm here to help explain to you the difficulties that you were having with the lessons today. First of all, I want to say I hope you're all doing well, and I hope that you're staying healthy and that your families are staying healthy too. And so I figured that this is probably the best way to help explain to you so you can actually see what's going on. It's kind of like we're in the classroom. So let's talk about line plots, okay? So we've been dealing with that for the past 2 days. And today's lesson was a little bit more difficult, and I'm here to help you with that, okay? So if you want to open up your workbooks, I'm going to be working on page 714. I'm going to be doing number 7, okay? So I'll give you a chance to open up your workbook. Are you there yet? All right, so number 7, we're talking about rainfall, okay? Rainfall and the amount of inches that it rained. Okay, the question is asking us to develop an equation to help find the amount of rainfall for this question. So let's just take a step back. This is a line plot, okay? Notice that we have a title and that we have what we're being measured down at the bottom, okay? This particular line plot goes from 0 to 1, and this number line is in 16ths, okay? So what we have here are dots. Okay, they represent the amount that something happens. That's called the frequency. So for instance, there were 3 days, 1, 2, 3, that there was 0 rainfall, okay? On this particular day, 1, 2, there were 2 days that there was 1/16 of an inch of rainfall, and so on, okay? So the question asks us to develop an equation, okay? We know that an equation has a variable, it has numbers, and it has an operation. So I chose to represent with my variable r, okay? And now I'm going to use the information from the line plot to develop my equation. So here I started with 0. There were 3 days that there was 0 rainfall, so I did 0 times 3, plus 2 days, 1, 2, that there was 1/16, so I did 2 times 1/16, plus 1 day that there was 1/8 of an inch of rainfall, okay, plus 1 times 1/4, okay. Then on the next line, what I did here is I just solved those equations. So I said 0 times 3 is 0, 2 times 1/16, remember when I multiply a whole number times a fraction, I have to multiply straight across and then simplify if necessary. So I did 2 times 1 is 2 over 16. I know 2/16 can be simplified to 1/8. Okay. Next I have 1 times 1/8. Again, multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. It left me with 1/8. And lastly, 1 times 1/4. Okay, I know that's because the identity property of multiplication, 1 times 1/4, is always equal to 1 itself, or 1/4. Okay. So what I did from there is I combined like terms, okay? So I can get rid of that 0. I don't need it anymore. Okay, I'm left with 1/8 plus 1/8. I know that this is 2/8, okay? Plus my 1/4, okay? What I did over here is now make like terms. So I took my 1/8 plus 1/8. That gives me 2/8. And I know an equivalent fraction for 1/4 using the denominator of 8 is 2/8. So from here, I just have to add those like terms together. 2/8 plus 2/8 is 4/8. And I know that I have to simplify 4/8 to equal 1/2. So my answer to this question on number 7, on page 714, it is 1/2 of an inch. Don't forget to label. Labeling is important. Okay? So what I want you to try right now is on that same workbook page, 714, I want you to try number 11. Okay, I'm going to give you some time and I'll come back and I'll show you how to do number 11. Thank you for watching. This is Ms. Pinizzato, your FIT teacher. See you next time.